Hello everybody, this is Bruce Petro with Ask Handyman Bruce and Home Maintenance Solution. I want to show you today a quick tip on how to deal with split tape joints on your ceiling. Now I've already pulled the loose tape out here. Maybe you don't have a situation where it's exposed like this, but you have a crack in your ceiling right where a tape joint is. I'm going to show you a few quick steps to get that fixed up. Okay, so step number one is to actually pick the loose tape out, and I've already done that here. I should have started first, but sometimes you can just find the crack and with a knife or something and just pull it loose, and then it'll just come all the way out by pulling it with your hand. The second step is to try to get rid of some of the reason why this came loose in the first place, and that's some of this loose putty. Look at how it just comes right out of there. You want to cut that loose, because if you don't, you're gonna have the same problem again. And what I'll do, you can see, is where the joint of the drywall should be about in the middle of the tape joint. So right here we've got a buildup of mud that's stuck on there, and here this has come off. So what I'll do is just kind of carve this back so I've got a nice wide space for my new tape. So I'll spend a few minutes just kind of cutting that back. Step number two then is to install your mesh tape. We'll take a look at this a little closer here. Okay, now this is in a garage, so I've got this little garage door wire up on the ceiling, but you may not have that because you might be inside in your house. But anyway, what we've done here is after we've cleared that path, we've installed the mesh tape. Now mesh tape's a little stronger than paper tape. You're probably gonna be digging out paper tape because that failed on you. I would recommend going back with some mesh tape. Now I've got this stuck on right here, and that's what we're gonna do all the way down. We're gonna stick that in using the adhesive. Now I've taken some, step number three is take some taping mud and really embed that mesh tape well into some strong taping mud. And here's a close-up of how we're doing that. So we're actually gonna bed this in, like squishing it in. I apologize, I'm doing this one-handed, but you're gonna squish it into the joint. So we wanna see the hollow space under the mesh. We wanna force the taping mud into that hollow space and then smooth it off. Okay, so we're gonna do that all the way along. Now this, again, like I said, is taping mud, which usually, if you use a certain brand, the sheetrock brand of mud comes in a container with a green lid. But other brands may vary in colors of their lid. Just make sure it's actually meant for taping mud and not lightweight mud, because it's a lot stronger. It has a lot more glue in it. So we're gonna let this set up, and we're gonna come back over it with lightweight mud like you would do when you were taping a regular tape joint, so that we can sand it more easily and it'll feather out on the edges. So you don't want to use taping mud for the final coats, but the first coat is essential. All right, so that's kind of the steps. So just to review, you've got number one, pull the tape out. Number two, clear the pathway so you get a good adhesion and it gets all the way across the tape joint. Number three is to force the taping mud into the joint and then rake it off. Now you're ready to coat it so that you can smooth it out and then sand it and feather it and paint it. All right, hope this helps. I'm gonna go ahead and get this job finished up here, but you guys get started on your own project.